Now on CoastTV News.
Happy Thanksgiving, a beautiful day on the way to the coast. I'll have your picture-perfect Turkey Day forecast coming up in just a moment.
Canada crossing chaos, the FBI findings from the Rainbow Bridge blast. Talking turkey cost, how that big bird and all the fixings insides will hit your wallet this week. Plus, tell us what you plan to spend in our Coast TV poll. Lone locked, lags linger, the progress and struggles in the construction of Milford's new police station.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Thursday, November 23rd, 2023. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Paige Marley is off today. And if you are preparing that Thanksgiving meal up with us right now, thank you for making a part of your early morning holiday with us. Our First Alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour, joins us now with a look at First Alert weather. Good morning, Alex, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, Matt. Yeah, we've got a beautiful day on the way for Thanksgiving here along the coast. Right now, as I take a live look out on our Orsted camera in West Ocean City, pretty quiet start to the day. A cool start, but really not that bad for this time of year. 48 degrees right now. We're in the mid to upper 40s all across Delmarva, so a cool but comfortable start to the day. Winds rather light, except at the immediate coastline where we are seeing some breezy conditions still. Winds overall, not going to be a big deal today. Skies completely have cleared out, so we're going to see lots of sunshine all day long. A gorgeous day overall. If you do have some last-minute traveling to do today, roadways clear all across the Mid-Atlantic, and all the airports in the Mid-Atlantic looking green, looking good to go, because there is very quiet weather all across the East Coast and really all across the country today. So today, thankful checklist. Well, we've got everything good to go. We've got sunshine, we've got light winds, no rain, no snow, dry roads, warm temps. Good day to spend some time outside, maybe between that turkey and that football.
All right, Alex. New this morning, more details are developing about the vehicle explosion on the Rainbow Bridge at the U.S.-Canada crossing on Wednesday. The FBI says their investigation of the scene does not appear to be terrorism-related. They are looking at the incident as a traffic investigation. The agency's conclusions echo what New York Governor Kathy Hochul said in a press conference on Wednesday night when she told the media that there was no evidence that this was a terrorist attack. Well, here is that shocking video of the explosion on Wednesday. A vehicle sped toward the checkpoint on the U.S. side of the bridge. It hit a booth, and you see the explosion right there. The driver and the passenger of that vehicle were killed. It is a situation, though, that could have been even worse.
We've identified that this is a local individual, a Western New Yorker. 2 individuals died in the vehicle. The Border Patrol individual working in the booth was injured. The booth literally protected that individual. They went to the hospital with minor injuries and have been released.
And New York has already been a heightened threat environment since the attack on Israel last month. Well, the increased concern in that state, this morning's Macy's Thanksgiving Parade still scheduled to run. NBC's Jay Gray shows us the anticipation to the big event as several million people prepared to line New York City streets for the parade.
Hey there, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Final preps underway for today's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the 97th annual parade, and it should be a doozy. Starting with the floats, and of course, who would lead the way but Tom Turkey here, the first of 26 floats that will be a part of this year's parade, including new floats that have the Ninja Turtles and Willy Wonka. So look for those when the parade gets underway. And then the character balloons. They're the stars of the show, and you can see just behind us. And behind the stars here, you've got a revamped Snoopy. He got a makeover this year. He is one of 16 of the featured balloons here. Poe from Kung Fu Panda will be one of the new ones that you'll see. The Pillsbury Doughboy also got a makeover as well. What else can you see here? 12 marching bands. Always a lot of fun to see the bands here. 32 of those smaller novelty or heritage balloons. And then we said the marching bands, 700 clowns filling the streets of Manhattan. Insert your own joke there. Should be a terrific day. The weather is going to be fantastic, and it's a great way to start Thanksgiving. Hope you get a chance to watch the parade. That's the latest as we get ready to roll from here on the Upper West Side. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
According to the Delaware Farm Bureau, the cost of Thanksgiving dinner in Delaware is higher than the national average this year. Data gathered from the American Farm Bureau's annual Thanksgiving dining survey shows the average national cost for a 10-person Thanksgiving feast, $61.17. But for Delawareans, that cost is just over $64. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber spoke with people who did their Thanksgiving shopping on Wednesday to show how they feel about the prices.
Dennis Hoffman was doing some last-minute grocery shopping to prepare for Thanksgiving. Hoffman told Coast TV he spent about $262 at the store, and that did not even include the turkey. Hoffman says he was worried about the cost of food for the holiday, but some items were more expensive than expected.
I'd say it seemed like the canned goods and everything. I bought a lot of canned goods today, so they seem to be pricier than usual.
Other shoppers felt Thanksgiving shopping this year was much cheaper than last year.
It's probably cheaper this year. The turkey was less expensive.
According to the Delaware Farm Bureau, the national average cost of Thanksgiving dinner in the United States went down, including in Delaware. The Bureau says there has been a decline in food prices from the record high prices last year. The American Farm Bureau compared the cost of Thanksgiving dinner staples this year to last year. The cost of a 30-ounce can of pumpkin pie mix is up 16 cents. Frozen green beans are up 2 cents. 3 pounds of sweet potatoes is up 1 cent. 5 pounds of potatoes is up 7 cents. 12 ounces of fresh cranberries is down 47 cents. And a 16-pound frozen turkey costs $1.61 less. While the cost of Thanksgiving dinner is higher in Delaware than the national average, the Delaware Farm Bureau says that produce is actually lower than last year in price because farmers are more recovered this year than last year from the pandemic. In Lewis, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how much do you estimate you will spend on Thanksgiving dinner this year? So let's take a look at the updated results from last night. And well, so far the majority are saying they will spend more than $100. Also a large showing for people saying they will spend less than $50. And then we have single-digit percentages for the $60, $75, and $100 categories. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or our mobile app. We moved to Milford, where the Milford mayor and city council unanimously voted to sign the final documentation for a loan that will fund the new police station. But a delay in opening comes mainly from challenges with the supply chain. The building cannot officially open until the department is granted a certificate of occupancy from the city. And they also need the gates to the fenced-in parking area to be delivered. And there's also some high-tech equipment on the way as well. One person Coast TV News spoke with says she is looking forward to seeing growth in the force as the city grows.
My first thought was, wow, I'm glad we're getting that so we know we feel safe and sound. You know, I see the police around all the time, so even more would be even better.
And according to the Milford Police Department, they're hopeful to be in this facility and using it by the new year. We are just getting started on this edition of Coast TV News Today. Coming up, General Assembly ambitions. Shortly after a special election announced, we now know one of the candidates seeking the 37th district seat in Delaware. Also, shelter season as we brace for cold weather, the effort to provide safety for the homeless in our area. And postal prices surge. The service is impacted by upcoming changes at your post office. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
Do you have one of these? Let us turn it into this. It's not magic. It's the Car Store's Buying Center. We make it easy and it's hassle-free. Call today or visit yourbuyingcenter.com.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life. Discover the secret to perfect holiday coffee with Coffee Rendezvous and explore the scented stories behind each candle. Plus, Dover's La Baguette Bakery is about to delight 5 Points. Coast Life Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 16th through December 31st. Get tickets at ococean.com or Northside Park.
You don't need to drive to the beach to shop at a boutique.
Look your best, feel your best at the Heavenly Hoop Boutique. We are your one-stop shop for bath and body, makeup and accessories, plus the trendiest styles from 0 to 22. With brand names like Judy Blue, Bravette, Corky's, and Myra bags.
Our goal is to create the perfect outfit because we give a hoot.
Follow us on Facebook and stop by the Heavenly Hoop Boutique, located on Route 13, south of Seaford, Delaware. Just look for the owl.
The Buying Center. We're here to buy your car or truck. Get an offer in minutes and get paid the same day. It's fast, it's easy, and you can get paid the same day. Call the Buying Center now at 302-381-2674.
Good morning, Delmarva. We've got some gorgeous conditions across the region expected over the next 24 hours of Thanksgiving. Looking fantastic here along the coast. Maybe if you've got some last-minute traveling to do here across the Mid-Atlantic, or maybe you're traveling somewhere across the country, airports, roadways looking clear this morning, and they're going to remain clear throughout the remainder of the day. Turkey Day travel not looking half bad. We're going to continue with those sunny skies all day long. Temps climbing from the 40s this morning into the mid-50s by this afternoon.
All right, we're going to check in on my hometown of Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania. Like some of you, my mom is up early getting that turkey ready for the Thanksgiving meal. That's her kitchen, and that is the burr that will feed the family, and hopefully that turkey, along with yours, turns out delicious later today. Delaware Department of State created a new grant program that helps Delaware small businesses navigate selling their products or services around the world. The department says small business owners can apply for a Compass Grant to support international travel or business development activities. Now, Compass Grant funds, they can be used to reimburse up to 50%. That is up to a maximum of $10,000 per fiscal year per company of all pre-approved, eligible, and international marketing expenses. Best Buy is among the retailers expecting a drop in holiday shopping revenue this year. Best Buy, Lowe's, and Kohl's all reported sales declines during the most recent quarter this week and are forecasting holiday sales to drop from a year ago. That'd be a turn from holiday sales that spiked by 14% in 2021 and grew by 5% last year. After the holiday rush, it will soon cost you more to send a package via the U.S. Postal Service. USPS says the changes include Ground Advantage, Priority Mail, and Priority Mail Express. Their prices are going up just over 5%. It starts January 21st. The service will also wants to increase the cost of Forever stamps from 66 to 68 cents. Coming up, ready to run, the candidate looking to add to the Democrats' power in Delaware's General Assembly.
A beautiful Thanksgiving and Black Friday on the way to the coast. I'll have your forecast for all those holiday activities coming up just after the break.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to wbocevents.com.
We were thinking about doing this garage to get the dust and everything off the floor. We decided to call Pinnacle Concrete Coating. He gave us a color option. There must have been 12 or 14 different colors to choose from. Everything they said they were going to do, they did perfect. And they worked, man, I tell you what, those guys worked so doggone, they said they could do it in 8 hours, and they did it in 8 hours. This is not a garage no more, it's a room for my vehicle. That's what I love about it. Call up Pinnacle, and I guarantee you'll be happy.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Yeah, we getting all fired up, getting ready for the players when they line up. Think it's time we go and get them lights up. Let them high school lights ignite us. Cause we fighters, coming with a hut like this. Coming with a pick six like that. Gonna be a showdown, so big. Think it's time for football night to impact. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. For the win, for the gold, for the crown, the ring. High school football is everything.
It is 5:15 a.m. on this Thanksgiving morning as we check out the live scene in Seaford. And Alex, we have a mild start to this holiday, and I think people are going to enjoy that, as probably a lot of people have today off getting ready for that big meal.
Yes, certainly. We've got some pretty comfortable conditions out there this morning, and really it's going to be pleasant all day long here along the coast. Right now, as I take a live look out on our DryTech camera at the Ember Center in Ocean City, skies are clear. Temps currently sitting at 48 degrees in Ocean City. It is a little bit breezy. We do have those northwesterly winds at 13 miles per hour, but at the beaches, that's the only place we're dealing with the breeze, and that breeze is going to calm down throughout the daytime hours ahead. We're going to be looking at some pretty calm conditions for the most part throughout the day. Temps, they're in the 40s, mid to upper 40s right now, so not half bad for this time of year. Late November, 46 in Georgetown is 46 in Lewis, 47 degrees in Bethany Beach this morning. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour for the most part. A little bit breezier at the immediate coastline, 13 miles per hour in Ocean City, 18 miles per hour at the Indian River Inlet. Skies completely clear. There's not a cloud in sight, and that is how it's going to stay all day long here on Delmarva, and really all across the Mid-Atlantic and even across most of the United States. Travel delays this morning, where there won't be too many. We're not seeing too much in the way of adverse weather conditions. Some rain across portions of South Texas, some snow across the Rocky Mountains, but other than that, it's pretty quiet across the country. So if you are doing any last-minute traveling today, don't expect any issues. We're going to see some pretty quiet conditions. So our Thanksgiving forecast here along the coast, it is going to be gorgeous. Sunshine all day long. Temps climbing up to about 54 degrees. Try to spend some time outside. I know we've got the parade, we've got football, we've got the dog show on NBC. A lot of people enjoy watching that. And then, of course, all the food. Try to get outside in between some of those things that are going on today. And then Black Friday. Black Friday is looking just as nice as today. We do start off a little bit chillier, down to the upper 30s. So be sure to bundle up if you are heading out early Friday morning. But by the noontime hour, it's up to 52 degrees. And if you do any of that shopping during the afternoon and evening hours, we're going to be in the 50s, upper 40s to low 50s. So really not half bad on Friday. And then looking ahead to the weekend, which is when a lot of people start to travel home. Sunday, that is one of the busier travel days of the Thanksgiving week because everybody's heading home. We've got some snow across the Midwest, so if you are traveling there, if you have family members heading back there, a little bit of snow across the Midwest. Here along the East Coast, a little bit of wet weather. Even here on Delmarva, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of rain as we head towards Sunday. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Pretty quiet today and tomorrow, even into Saturday. Saturday, though, pretty chilly, 44 degrees. More rain on Sunday, but we dry out next week with highs in the 40s and 50s.
All right, thank you, Alex. And with Thanksgiving, there are changes in our programming today. On Coast TV, you can watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade at 8:30 a.m. Then at noon, it is the National Dog Show, followed by the re-airing of the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade at 2 p.m., and then our local Coast TV news broadcast at 5. I have a political update in Sussex County regarding the Murrysboro-Georgetown area House of Representatives seat in the Delaware General Assembly. We have learned that Sussex County Democrat Party Chair Jane Hovington will run in the special election. It's scheduled for next month for the 37th District seat in the Delaware General Assembly. The seat became vacant when Republican Ruth Briggs King resigned when she moved outside the current district boundaries. Special election will be held on December 21st. And the winner of the special election will assume the seat until the term expires after the 2024 general election. Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings, in collaboration with federal and state agencies, says they have secured over $30 million in relief for student borrowers affected by Pre-Hired. It's a Delaware-based and now bankrupt student lender. According to the state, pre-hired faced accusations of misleading job guarantees, offering unlawful income share loans, and employing aggressive debt collection practices when borrowers couldn't pay. The state says a federal bankruptcy court approved a stipulated judgment demanding pre-hired to end its operations and potentially refund $4.2 million in void outstanding income share loans valued at nearly $27 million. Coming up, hostage deal delayed. The new day we can expect some of the kidnapped civilians by Hamas terrorists to be released. And hope for homeless, the preparations in Sussex County for this coming winter. CoastTV News Today returns in a moment.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Coast TV and the First Alert Weather Team. Your safety, our commitment.
We are looking for your help with the next Coast Country Cares event, sponsored by Spicer Brothers Construction. Stop by the Center at Salisbury, November 30th and December 1st from noon to 6 and December 2nd from 10 to 2. We will be collecting new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. Please help make a child on Delmarva very happy this Christmas morning with your toy donations. Coast Country Cares from Spicer Brothers. For your last roof installed by the best, the only choice is Spicer Brothers.
You've kept me here for 7 months. Now what?
New case.
This man has disappeared. He's been gone for 2 days.
There has to be a trail somewhere.
Building a profile. Your kidnapper is scared and unstable.
Unstable people are more likely to kill.
You want my personal expertise?
You think you're in control, but you're not.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Are you dreaming of the perfect outdoor space where you can relax and entertain? Look no further than Delmarva's most trusted partner, Spicer Brothers. We pride ourselves on superior craftsmanship and only use the finest materials to create beautiful, durable decks. From classic wooden decks to low-maintenance PVC materials, we have the perfect solution for you. And right now, get a free Green Mountain Grill with your new deck. Plus, enjoy 0% financing with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, turning homeowners' dreams into reality for over 20 years.
There's a psycho in my head, I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery. Answer the call, even in front, you're the one born to save.
93.5, The Beach.
Preparations taking place to give the homeless a warm place to stay. Nonprofit Love Inc. says they're ready to be open from December 1st until March. And Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us what needs the nonprofit still has.
Warm beds like these can be hard to come by for those with nowhere to go, but Love Inc. Mid Delmarva and Code Purple say they are prepared for the winter season. Giovanni Otero with Love Inc. says the group is prepared, but the problem of homelessness is not going away.
We don't want to open that Pandora's box because the problem is very overwhelming and we don't necessarily have a quick solution.
Code Purple is handled by Love Inc. Mid Delmarva here in Sussex County. Otero says the group saw over 200 people come out for volunteer training sessions. He says the biggest problem facing homelessness is that there's nowhere affordable to stay.
The thing is, a lot of people are having to combine households just so that they can make ends meet. I'm a very optimistic person. I think we just have to find creative ways of partnering for-profit businesses as well as, just new initiatives for housing.
There are 6 locations for Code Purple this year, 2 in Milford, 2 in Seaford, 1 in Georgetown, and 1 in Lewis. The organization is looking for lots of different donations, including pillows, water bottles, and soft foods. And Otero says a little bit of love can go a long way.
It's always great to be acknowledged. I think many times people who are homeless, our neighbors who are homeless, just need a chance to get to know them.
A couple of Code Purple locations up in Kent County opened up briefly a couple of weeks ago due to a sudden drop of temperatures. I asked Otero if some of the locations here in Sussex County could open up early, and he said they couldn't due to Love Inc. having agreements with local fire departments and churches to open up on December 1st. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, Coast TV News.
And as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour, now fortunately we do not have concerns about freezing temperatures on this Thanksgiving Day, and it looks like we're working on, Alex, perhaps the nicest day of the week.
Yes, certainly. The greatest weather that we've seen this week, thankfully lining up right for the holiday here on Delmarva. We're seeing temps across the region already starting out well into the 40s this morning. Not half bad for this time of year. Skies are clear, and that's how it's going to remain for the remainder of the day. So our Turkey Day forecast looking pretty great. Let's do the turkey picker. Well, this looks like a sunny day ahead, so maybe grab those sunglasses. Temps climbing right up to about 54 degrees this afternoon.
Well, happening now, the deal reached between Israel and Hamas to release at least 50 hostages held in Gaza. It's been delayed. The previous expectations were for releases to begin as early as today, but none of the hostages will be freed before Friday. The deal to pause fighting was also delayed until Friday, according to Israeli officials, following the successful release of women and children hostages held by Hamas. The focus will then turn to getting elderly men, Israeli soldiers, and the remains of those killed out of Gaza. No word yet on when negotiations will begin for the next group to be released, but the White House says there are 10 unaccounted for Americans they believe who are hostages. Still ahead on Coast TV News today, pups, people, and pageantry, what it takes to make it to one of the most prestigious dog shows in the world. Also, Harbison road wreck, the Wednesday night crash that caused injuries. And burning border blast, the conclusions made about a shocking scene at the U.S.-Canadian border as we continue on Coast TV News today.
Start your Thanksgiving football early on the Delmarva Sports Network. Watch the Fox NFL kickoff show starting at 10:30 on DSN, over the air on 16.2 or on these cable channels.
When it comes to building your new home, don't settle for anything less than the best. Bay to Beach Builders is your trusted source for experience, quality, and design. Our team of experts work with you from start to finish to create your dream home. Expect an elevated customer experience with home visualizers, virtual home tours, and technology-inspired selections in our design studios. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Greenwood and Ocean View, or visit baytobeachbuilders.com. Your new home journey is a click away.
Expand your family this holiday season. Grassroots Rescue believes each and every dog deserves their own unique chance at a happily ever after. Home of the perfectly imperfect, Grassroots Rescue provides educational opportunities and information on responsible pet ownership, offering assistance with pet food, spay, neuter, and emergency medical care. For more info on how to adopt, visit grrde.org.
Rock Shop with Steve Mons. Weekday mornings, 6 till 10. Big 107.7.
There's a psycho in my head. I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery, misery. Answer the call, living in front. You're the one born to save.
93.5, The Beach.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Thanksgiving 2023, everybody. It is November 23rd. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. 5:28 a.m. on this Thursday morning. Happy Thanksgiving on this great American holiday. And we are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour on what is shaping up to be a nice day. Probably welcome news if you're making that drive for some turkey.
Yeah, certainly is Shaping up to be a pretty fantastic day here along the coast and really across most of the country. We're looking at some pretty quiet conditions, perfect weather for Thanksgiving Day. Boardwalk Plaza hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach this morning. We are seeing a calm and clear start to the day. Temps starting out right around 47 degrees in Rehoboth Beach. Really not bad for late November here along the coast. We're in the mid to upper 40s all across Delmarva. Winds rather light, cloud cover, not a big deal. We've got barely any clouds in sight, and that is how it's going to remain all day long. We're looking at sunshine. We're looking at comfortable temperatures. If you have to travel across the Mid-Atlantic, maybe on the roadways or at the airports, no issues whatsoever. We're green. We're good to go at the airports, and there's not any precipitation across the region or clouds across the region. So pretty quiet day. So our Turkey Day planner, Thanksgiving Day, looking fantastic here on Delmarva. Sunshine all day long with temps climbing up into the low to mid 50s.
Alex, we continue to learn more about that vehicle explosion on the Rainbow Bridge at the U.S.-Canadian border crossing today. Actually, it was yesterday. The officials briefed on the matter say the vehicle crashed into the checkpoint structure at a very high rate of speed, then caught fire, exploded, killing at least 2 people inside the car. An initial search reportedly did not find a secondary explosive or device. Authorities say there was no evidence that this was a terrorist attack. One witness at the scene details what he saw leading up to the explosion.
So we were walking up the road and we seen this car coming down towards the border, and he was flying over 100 miles an hour. There was a car in front of him. He swerved out, went in front of the car, hit the fence, went flying up into the air. He hit, I think there was an elevation part. He went up into the air and we just seen the fireball, and that's all we could see. It was just covered in smoke everywhere.
According to that eyewitness, the car was coming from the U.S. side of the border towards Canada. Now, with the increased concern in that state, this morning's Macy's Thanksgiving Parade still scheduled to run on Wednesday. 26 balloons will be featured. They were inflated. Several million people prepared to line New York City streets for the parade. Authorities say to expect that increased security presence. In addition to the balloons and floats, 12 marching bands and other musical performers will be in the parade, and that can all be seen here on CoastTV with coverage starting at 8:30. Moving on, BB Healthcare announced its hours for Thanksgiving Day. The Rehoboth Beach and Millsboro walk-in care centers will be open from 9 to 4 p.m. The Georgetown and Millville locations, they are closed today. All locations are operating with normal hours on Black Friday. Well, for the past 22 years, there's been another type of Thanksgiving tradition here on Coast TV, the airing of the National Dog Show. It's a chance for people to see Fido compete right after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and before all the football. But what does it mean to be in a dog show? Coast TV's Madeline Overturf takes us to the ring.
Who's a good boy? Well, all of them. But who is a champion? Dogs are judged on their appearance, temperament, and structure to see if they match what they were bred for.
Their breed was bred for a specific purpose, either sporting purpose or herding purposes, or terriers going to ground, and dachshunds hunt by scent.
Jane Fowler has participated in dog shows for 50 years. She says dogs like Albert here love it just as much as the people.
He knows when the crate goes into the car in the kitchen. He starts getting all excited and he runs to the back door, and if I open the back door, he just runs to the back of the car and puts his 2 paws up on the bumper. He's ready to go.
Dogs and their people learn how to stand, how to walk, how to show. Todd Clyde says it's incredibly rewarding.
We all started knowing nothing. Every person here started knowing, didn't know anything when they started. And it's like anything else, we learn.
This is Sage. She is one of the local dogs from Delmarva, from Rehoboth specifically, competing in the National Dog Show that airs on Coast TV on Thanksgiving Day. And she's a big winner. She already has 28 Best in Shows. And her name is Sage because her great-grandmother won the Westminster Dog Show and was named Spice Girl.
The National Dog Show is one of very few benched shows in the country, which means you can walk right up to these guys, learn about them, see if they're a good fit for your family. And as much as it's about the competition, it's really about the relationships between the pups and the people.
I've known some of these people for 40 years. The dogs granted have come and gone, but friendships last a lifetime.
With your pooches on your favorite perch, sit and stay with Coast TV to see our local dogs on the national stage and remember why they truly are man's best friend. For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
New information from Maryland, where a member of the state's new commission aimed at addressing hate crimes has been suspended after she posted on social media criticizing Israel's action in Gaza. According to the Washington Post, in one social media post, Zainab Chowdhury compared Israel to Nazi Germany. Chowdhury is the director of the Maryland chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations. The Hate Crimes Commission was created earlier this year, and Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown said Chowdhury's membership on the commission has been temporarily suspended. One person was injured last night from this crash in Harbison, according to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company. This was sometime around 6:30 p.m. They say a Chrysler Sebring and Ford Edge collided on Hollymount Road, causing front-end damage to both vehicles. No update on the status of the person injured. Still a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere. And coming up, feast without fumbles. As you prep for your Thanksgiving meal, we have 4 ways to help prevent food-borne illness. Also, a former Henlopen Conference field hockey standout looks back at her collegiate career just a few days after playing in her 3rd national championship. And Seaford Speed Study, DelDOT's recommendations on speed limits for roads connecting to Route 13. Coast TV News Today is back in a moment.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Our plans fit all your business needs. Email Frank Hamilton today.
This is like our forever home. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Pinnacle concrete coating actually showed me this particular floor here, which is tidal wave. I was told, I'm done. I'm good. Just let's start. When it was done, I probably sat out there for 20 minutes and just staring at the product before I went back into the house. This is not a garage. This is an extension of my home. I'm just thrilled to death with this floor. We get a discount for being a veteran. It made you real warm and fuzzy knowing that you're dealing with somebody like that. You know, I'm just impressed with what they did. It was awesome.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy.
Are you familiar with predictable irrationality?
Retrospective framing. Attentional blindness. Bereavement sex.
That's a thing.
Nothing irrational about that.
Understanding human nature can be a superpower, which is why the FBI ends up calling me.
Did you really help the Rams win the Super Bowl?
Well, that was a risky experiment, but it worked out for them.
The Irrational, Monday at 10, 9 Central on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home. Weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Good morning, Delmarva, and happy Thanksgiving. We've got some gorgeous weather on the way for today. If you are heading out on those roadways, or maybe you have some last-minute traveling to your destination for that Thanksgiving holiday weekend, pretty quiet across the Mid-Atlantic. We're green. We're good to go at all the airports and all the roadways here in the Mid-Atlantic and southern portions of the Northeast. So our Turkey Day travel forecast looking fantastic right here on Delmarva. We're expecting sunshine all day long. Temps will be climbing from the 40s this morning. Really not that bad for this time of year, into the mid-50s this afternoon. Be sure to spend some time outside this afternoon if you can, sometime between that turkey and football.
All right, so we're going to continue on that bus theme there. DART bus services for fixed route and paratransit will not operate on Thanksgiving. DART says services will operate regularly on both fixed route and paratransit tomorrow, November 24th. DelDOT recently released a study of a survey On Middleford Road between Route 13 and Old Furnace Road near Seaford, according to the study, it discovered that 85% of drivers were traveling at or below 48 miles per hour near Walnut Drive and near Foxtail Court. Despite the findings, Del analysts recommend maintaining the existing 48 mile per hour speed limit on Middleford Road. And Delaware State Representative Danny Short sent out a statement acknowledging complaints about speeding and aggressive driving in this area. He says he plans to take action by requesting increased police enforcement, implementing wider edge lanes along the road for traffic calming, and allocating money for radar speed display signs.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. Kay Penlopen field hockey alumni Aaliyah Marshall just wrapped up her 5th year playing for Northwestern and competing for her 2nd NCAA Division I national championship in 3 years. The Wildcats fell 2-1 in shootouts to North Carolina on Sunday. The 2nd consecutive season, UNC bested them in the finals by 1 goal. A tough way to go out, but Northwestern had a record book season, with 21 consecutive wins, going undefeated on the road, and a Big Ten tournament championship in double overtime. Marshall also ends the season as first team All-Big Ten with 24 assists, 1 short of tying the program record, and her 47 career assists puts her 4th all-time for the Wildcats. She also helped Northwestern to a national title in 2021. So now she's looking back on her career with no regrets.
I think the style of hockey, of like Northwestern field hockey, changed over the last 5 years, and it got to be a really like collective and team performance in the end. And especially like in our NCAA run this year was really like just accumulating all 5 years of work that my teammates, my classmates and I have put in. So it's exciting to get those trophies at the end of it. And I think that that's a great way to represent how far the program's come. The way we're leaving the program, I think I'm really happy with it. And I'm really excited for the future for Northwestern.
Marshall adds that she appreciates all the support she received from her Delmarva community over her 5-year career. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And let's not forget the NFL on Thanksgiving. Tonight, the 49ers are going against the Seahawks. That's at 8 p.m. You can watch the game on CoastTV and then catch us for our hyper-local news after the game. Well, vocal group Pentatonics is once again touring for the holiday season. Rick Damagella has that story and more in our Hollywood Minute.
Pentatonics is on tour now in support of their latest album, The Greatest Christmas Hits.
We're really excited about including an original song called Please Santa Please. And so it's kind of this kind of roadmap of, if you will, of Pentatonics' career, Christmas career for the past 12 years.
We just love making music and we love what we do and we love each other so much that's why I think we've been so prolific, just because it brings people joy, it brings us joy.
Titled The Most Wonderful Tour of the Year, Pentatonics plays across the U.S. during November and December.
Osage is dying by the enemy. Do not let them die alone.
The Gotham Awards have announced Killers of the Flower Moon will receive the Historical Icon and Creator Tribute. The honor recognizes significant moments in history and the filmmaker and cast for bringing the story to the screen. The 33rd Annual Gotham Awards take place in New York City Monday.
It was the golden age of bike riders. I never felt so out of place in all my life.
That was a short ride. 20th Century Studios was due to release The Bike Riders in theaters December 1st for awards consideration. But Disney, which owns 20th Century, dropped it from its calendar. Now, Focus Features, part of Universal, has picked up the biker gang drama and plans to release it next year. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Well, we're staying pleasant for the holidays, but rain could return in time for the busy travel day on Sunday. I'll have a look ahead to the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Holiday season is here, and with it comes many fun activities for people of all ages. One of those are enjoying the holiday lights and decorations put up all over Delmarva. And this is where you come in. We would love to see how you decorate your house for the holiday season. So take a look at your screen, and you can send us your pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Are leaves and debris causing issues with your gutter?
No need to risk climbing a shaky ladder ever again. We have the permanent solution, Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice in gutter protection for over 40 years. Engineered to manage the heaviest of rainfalls, letting water flow freely. And the best part, never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. The lifetime warranty is transferable, so you can rest assured that you'll never have to replace your gutter helmet system. And right now, save 20% on your new gutters and Gutter Helmet. Call Gutter Helmet today for your free estimate.
When it comes to making you feel comfortable and safe in your own home or business, you need a company that is there for you, no matter where you live. At Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions, we will always go the extra mile and put our best fleet forward for you and your family. With a commitment to customer satisfaction comes our commitment to reach every customer on the peninsula. That's why we are Delmarva's trusted company when it comes to your pest control needs. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Are you considering all the pros and cons right now?
I hope you know what you're doing.
People are irrational, but can be persuaded. Welcome to Applied Psychology. I'm a professor first, but sometimes I work as a consultant.
Who do you think you are? James Bond.
I think I'll throw my back out.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Run away, right now, let's just run away. All that talk, it's killing me. I wanna say I wish that you never left. Oh, but instead I only wish you the best.
1025 WBOC.
New case. Where would you have taken her?
a.m. on this Thanksgiving morning, and we're checking out that live scene between Alex and I. That's Ocean City. Still waiting for that sun to come up to get a good look there, but either before, more likely after the big meal today, Alex, a good walk could be in store, and you have a good day in store to tell us about that.
Yeah, we certainly do have some fantastic weather, maybe to get outside, get that walk in, walk off some of that food you're going to be devouring today. We've got some already great conditions out there this morning as we take a live look out on our Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. You can see just on the horizon it is getting a little bit brighter. Just a few minutes, we're going to start to see some of that color return to the camera as we get enough light into the day. And then once we get that light, we'll see that we've got clear skies out there this morning. Gorgeous conditions. Temp sitting right around 47 degrees in Ocean City. We're in the mid to upper 40s all across Delmarva this morning. Really can't complain too much about that when we're in late November, seeing morning temps in the mid to upper 40s. It's 46 in Bethany Beach, currently 46 in Rehoboth Beach. We're sitting at 46 in Lewis, 46 in Milton, 46 in Georgetown, 45 degrees in Delmar this morning. Winds coming out of the northwest, but rather light, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Really not a huge concern out there and won't be a concern for most of the day. Cloud cover-wise, not a whole lot. Mainly clear skies, and that is how it's going to be all day long here along the coast and really all across the Mid-Atlantic. And if we pull out to a wider view, all across the country. So if you do have some last minute traveling to do, maybe you're not doing Thanksgiving today, maybe you're traveling to family across the country and you're doing it Friday, Saturday, someday this weekend, looking pretty quiet. You're good to go if you are traveling today. Maybe you wanted to avoid some of those busier travel days. We're green at all the airports across the country, all those major airports. A little bit of wet weather across southern portions of Texas, a little bit of snow across the Rocky Mountains, but outside of that, not a whole lot going on across the country. So great weather for any of that Thanksgiving travel. Great weather here on Delmarva just for Thanksgiving as a whole. So happy Thanksgiving. Temps 54 degrees, lots of sunshine, beautiful weather overall. Try to spend a little bit of time outside today. And then Black Friday, not looking half bad either. We're going to see temps once again climb into the 50s. It is going to be a little bit chillier to start out during the morning hours, 38 degrees, so probably want to bundle up if you are heading out early in the morning for that Black Friday shopping. But by midday, by the afternoon hours, we're in the upper 40s to low 50s. And then we're looking ahead to the weekend, which is when many of us start to travel home, or maybe you have relatives visiting you and they have to travel back to their destinations. Well, we've got a little bit of wet weather across portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, Alabama area, and you also have a little bit of snow across the Midwest. All this is going to be rather light. It's not going to be anything that is long-lasting, anything drenching, so There could be some minor travel issues, not anything major on Sunday. By Sunday evening, that storm system starts to move into the northeast and then here in the mid-Atlantic, and we're going to be dealing with a little bit of wet weather, but that clears out by next week. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Well, quiet conditions through Saturday. Does get chilly, 44 degrees on Saturday. Rain on Sunday. Then next week we're dry, but take a look at those temps back down into the low to mid 40s.
All right, thanks, Alex. If you don't like cooking for Thanksgiving or just want to save time by going out, well, here are a few places that will be open today for the holiday. Touch of Italy in Ocean City will be open from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Irish Eyes in Lewis from noon to 6 p.m. Big Fish Seafood Market in Rehoboth Beach, but the restaurant says it's not doing takeout this on Thursday. And then there is the Nook in Milton. Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire recently announced that the Pete Schwarzkopf has been selected to serve as Grand Marshal of the 2023 Rehoboth Beach Hometown Christmas Parade. The parade will step off at 6 p.m. on December 4th at the corner of State Road and Rehoboth Avenue. Community groups that want to submit a parade entry should go to the Volunteer Fire Company website. There is no rain date yet set for the parade. Coming up, tailoring treatments to your DNA. Why doctors say precision medicine is the medical breakthrough revolutionizing treatment.
A pleasant Thanksgiving and Black Friday on the way to the coast. I'll have another check on your first weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Holiday season, it is upon us, and the Bless Our Children campaign, it is in full swing. Now, already, we have collected over $75,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help is even going to be larger. So if you'd like to make a donation, you can send a donation in a holiday card, and we may read your well wishes on air. You can send a check or money order to the address on your screen, or you can donate online. And again, thank you for all your help ensuring every child on Delmarva has a very Merry Christmas.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Wow, it's so much bigger than you realize. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the largest selection of tile from around the world. And they are the only Dow Tile Premier showroom on the shore. They have the knowledge and expertise to assist architects, designers, and homeowners, and are fully licensed to take on any job from start to finish. Family owned and operated since 1947. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
Hi, my name is Dr. William Duran. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Tidal Health Orthopedics. I've had the opportunity to perform more robotic surgery than anyone else in the region, and I'm the only one currently doing anterior robotic approach for total hip arthroplasties in Delaware. And it's been a privilege to see my patients make faster recoveries with minimally invasive techniques that we provide. It's been a pleasure to serve the people of Seaford and the surrounding region as they are friends, families, and neighbors to the Tidal Health community.
20 years ago, I escaped from you.
And then you, dear Gabrielle, kidnapped me.
The ones like me that no one else seems to be looking for. My team finds them, and now you're going to help.
What would happen if I screamed?
Gabby, what's in the basement?
Gabrielle! Gabrielle!
Found, Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long, only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
Jesse L. Martin is back.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy.
And he has people talking.
You really helped the Rams win the Super Bowl?
It was a risky experiment, but it worked out for them.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
This Thanksgiving, foodborne illness is not on the menu as you cook your holiday meal, but be sure to follow these safe kitchen practices from Delaware Department of Agriculture so you and your family can enjoy Thanksgiving uninterrupted. The department recommends to avoid touching other surfaces after handling raw meat. To avoid cross-contamination, use separate cutting boards and utensils for raw and ready-to-eat foods. Also, use a food thermometer to ensure your turkey has reached a safe internal temperature, recommended about 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and do not keep leftovers in the refrigerator for over a week. A new era of medical treatment is just beginning, and it will soon revolutionize how doctors treat many health conditions and diseases. It does away with the one-size-fits-all approach to treating diseases like cancer. Marty Salt shows us a look at a patient's genetic makeup and tailors the most effective treatment for them based in part on their DNA.
Health and fitness have always been a big part of David Perry's life. You'd never guess this 58-year-old grandfather has been living with a brain tumor for 5 years.
The first thought when you hear you have a brain tumor is, okay, what about the future?
So far, Perry has managed to avoid chemo and radiation. That's because he happens to have a genetic profile that qualifies him for an experimental new drug, one that uses precision medicine.
I like to think about precision medicine as really this idea of tailoring the medication or the treatment to the patient's tumor.
Chemotherapy works by killing all the cells around the cancer, even the non-cancerous ones, which comes with severe side effects. But precision medicine is able to target just the cancer, leaving healthy cells alone.
It is a unique way of attacking cancer, something that we haven't done for a long time.
And the drug is working. There's been zero growth in Perry's brain tumor for the year and a half he's been on the drug. And he says the only side effects he's seeing are those that come with getting older.
I don't have to be sick. I can work as much as I want, go to the gym as much as I want. I can enjoy my wife, my children, my grandchildren, and live a normal life full of hope.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
For now, the drug Perry has given is still in the trial phase, and there's no estimate when it might receive FDA approval. But Dr. Menendez says the concept of precision medicine will continue to evolve as doctors create better treatment plans for their cancer patients. Well, it is 5:56 this morning, and it is time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day. It's brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique, and we've got 17-year-old Esmeralda here. And as you can tell, she loves dressing up for the holidays. We hear that she loves sweet potatoes as well, and Esmeralda lives in Long Neck with Tammy and Abe. Some great pictures there, Tammy and Abe. Thank you for sending them to us. And we want to see more of your pets out in Delmarva. Send us your photos. And like Tammy and Abe did, tell us what makes them so special. You can email us at content@coasttvnews.com. And then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets that we feature. All right, we are approaching 5:57 a.m. on this Thanksgiving morning. Alex is going to be back with us. He's got a quick look at the forecast to make your way on this Thanksgiving morning. And Alex, people are cooking their turkeys today, and we got a good day cooking up as well.
Yeah, we've certainly got a great day cooking up here on Delmarva. We're already starting out this morning as we take a live look out on our Orsted camera in West Ocean City. That's at the Commercial Harbor in West Ocean City. Looking pretty great. Conditions are pretty quiet. We're already seeing that orange glow there on the horizon. Temp sitting right around 47 degrees. So our Turkey Day planner for today, looking fantastic. We've got clear skies all day long, sunshine across the board as temps climb into the low to mid 50s. And really that great weather, that continues into Black Friday. It gets chilly on Saturday, but then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast shows a little bit of wet weather on Sunday. Next week, though, we're dry. It's just chilly. Highs in the 40s several days.
All right, thank you, Alex. Coming up in our next hour, blazing border breakdown. The conclusion claims by investigators into that shocking car explosion that took place in Niagara Falls. That and more as Coast TV News Today continues.